Welcome back to episode 7 of the Mudroom series, and today we're going to be tiling these mudroom floors in a beautiful porcelain tile. And it's going to come together. We have to do the prep work for the floor and then get the tiles down as well as grout. So enjoy as this mudroom starts to come to life.
And 1 year later we're back.
Welcome back to the Mudroom Renovation series. It's been a year.
It's been one whole entire year since we've gotten back into this room, which I'm not too sure how we accomplished such the delay.
Well, we have built half a kitchen and a deck in the meantime, but we are excited to be back.
We are excited to be back. We've finally got everything we need to finish this
And you
off.
know what? We won't be straying again until it's finished.
Yeah, that's it. We have our blinders on.
Yeah.
And we're finishing
Because
this
we
room.
want to use this room.
We need to use this room.
We need to be out of. We're at the moment have like a ramshackle laundry that's in the kitchen, and it's nightmare.
It's
So
just terrible. A flock of seagulls outside.
we will be. Oh my gosh, there's so many. So we will be moving in. We'll be finishing this room in this series, so you will see the finishes. I promise you. I promise you. Today's the day we finally get to tile these floors. It's been a long time coming. We're going to be using these really beautiful porcelain bricklook tiles. They are stunning. They have a variation throughout the tiles, and so they have this beautiful rustic feel to them. They're glorious. We love them. I'll link them in the description box below. But we've got to start with some floor prep.
That's right. First process is getting these floors right. We need to lay some cement sheet down. We need to glue it down. A whole heap of cement sheet nails, and then do a full set out for our basket weave, which we'll go into a little bit more detail shortly. So
it's pretty exciting stuff, and hopefully will come together very quickly. It's going to be one of those instant gratification projects, which we
I know, tile a whole floor in a day. It's actually possible because it's only 5 square meters, so
yeah.
It's just it's not too labor intensive, which is great. So we're going to start and finish this today, grout tomorrow, and our lives will be better for it.
So stick with us.
So the first thing we're going to do just before we lay our cement sheet down is just make sure that our chipboard is just nice and flat, which ours is very flat, which is great, but they do naturally tend to cup a little bit in the joints. So we're just going to give it a quick once over with the belt sander just to make sure that we haven't got any lumps and bumps in our cement sheet. Otherwise, it will reflect in our tile finish, which we don't want. So a few minutes here is going to make our quality much better down the end.
While Brad dry fits the cement sheet in the mudroom, I want to take the opportunity to talk about our tiles. So I'm going to lay out the basket weave pattern that we've chosen to do. Let me scoot back a little bit. I've got 8 tiles here. Essentially, a basket weave is laying it in a square pattern. So you've got your tiles that all go the same direction that make up a square, and then you'll be flipping the direction, and then we'll be going this way like this. Glorious. We chose a porcelain brick tile from Grouting. Porcelain is a really good choice for mudrooms, and there's a few reasons for it. Porcelain is naturally water resistant, so in your wet rooms like your laundries, your kitchens, your bathrooms, porcelain is a really good choice of tile because it's so durable. It's fired at such a high heat that it becomes really water resistant. The second thing is that it's really low maintenance. You don't need to seal porcelain tiles, and they're very easy to clean. So it's just going to come down to your grout cleaning and the grout gaps that you choose and the grout color. But the tile itself is really low maintenance, which we absolutely love. And because they're so durable, when you're in an area like we are, which is covered in sand, which often put little holes in your floorboards, porcelain's a really great choice where you know your floors are going to be protected from gritty soils, and so we can kind of have it as the entrance point to our house so that we know it's protected. I'm very much looking forward to see this pattern come to life.
Now obviously dealing with cement sheet is, you've got to be careful with it basically. So obviously there's a lot of silicates in cement sheet products, so any dust created by cement sheet is very harmful for your lungs. So these are awesome. They also suck. They're the worst things to use because they're like all flimsy and they suck. However, they are the most safest way to cut cement sheet because they don't create any dust, and you can take your time with it. They do actually get quite a good cut, which is great. You just need to take your time and sort of figure out where your line is. But they're definitely the safest way to cut cement sheet. So a little bit more time consuming than the grinder, but very good way to do it.
Now that the cement sheet has been cut and dry fitted, we're ready to glue it down. So we're going to be using a stud adhesive to glue these sheets
What did you do?
It's gonna leave a mark. Now that we have our cement sheet dry fitted and cut ready to go, we need to glue it down. We're going to be using this Gyprock stud adhesive to get this stuck to the floor, and then we can get tiling.
Now for the very uninteresting and laboursome part of this is just to put in 500 nails, I think. I bought a box of 500, so I hope it works for us. But we're just going to be endlessly hammering away, and then we'll be ready to do our setouts for the tiles. Now, before we get into set out, you might have noticed this in multiple other videos, and if you're going to spend money on something, you're like, what do I splurge money on for a good tool? Buy yourself a good laser, because I've used this for the past 8-10 years. It didn't actually cost a bomb, it was only about $400. I did pay a little bit extra for the receiver that comes with it, but CPI make the just hands down the best lasers. Get yourself a green laser because you can see them everywhere. The receivers help you do heights, levels. This whole cross section is just perfect for setting out tiling. And I basically use it at every facet of this house. So do yourself a favor and get yourself a good laser. Now, onto the set out. So we have our full area all nailed down. It's looking nice. It's very solid, all glued down. Now just gonna get this all set out for our basket weave. So because we're basically gonna be doing a grid style set out, we might as well just flick out all of our lines and create our full grid line so that when we trail everything through, we have our reference lines throughout the entire floor. So at the moment, I'm just gonna be setting it up just to figure out where the best tile set out is gonna work. We do have a couple of little offcuts, but you want to try to maximize it to one space of the room rather than on all sides. So I'm sort of picking the most visible area as you walk in from both doors so that they work full tiles, and then our cuts will be underneath our skirtings on the other side. So a little less noticeable. So take some time, get your setouts right, and use a good laser.
How exciting. That's what it will be like, is, you know, just going by eye and what look good.
Yeah, I think that's...
Oh my god, the first tiles! The first tiles. They're in. They're very beautiful. I mean, already they look stunning.
Spectacular.
They really actually do, genuinely.
Yeah.
I mean, at least the good thing is you can kind of... Can you take a video on my phone? Yeah. Portrait. Top and then the middles. But that might be controversial. Why is that one? God, that's so pretty.
Nice.
Look how pretty that is.
So good.
Here we are, about a third of the way through. It's looking so, so beautiful. Stunning. Here we are, 3/4 of the way through. Chai's over there, looking quite cute. But the room is getting there. We've just got this section to do now. Can you believe this is what we have left? This little square. How's that going, Brad?
Hot.
The stance. The absolute stance on him. Final batch.
Bloody mess.
Yeah. Clean up your mess, would ya? The last square. Gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Can you do it a little bit faster?
Sassy.
Well,
Just hurry up.
perfect. And here we are. This is where we finished off
We're done.
for the day.
This is where I've ended up doing the
Brad's
last
ended
little
up.
pieces, and I don't really feel like moving.
Brad's ended up in a very weird position in the corner. But it looks so beautiful. So tomorrow we will grout, but for today, what a good day's work.
What a day's work.
It looks glorious.
Very excited to grout this tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Welcome to day 2 of our tiling, and we are grouting today, which is very exciting. We're going to finish it off today and we'll have our tiles done.
It'll be done. It'll be great.
We actually had done a little bit of testing over here in the corner because we weren't sure which method we wanted to go with, but we've decided to go with just a traditional grouting method.
Yeah, we were looking at trying to pipe it into those gaps, but like using a little bag, spooning it in, just because we've got quite a lot of joins, we didn't want to float it through too much over our textured tile. We thought it might lose some grout, but it probably just turns out we needed to float over it anyway to smooth everything off, and it was probably more tedious and lesser of the two evils just to do it the conventional way. So here we are.
So I'll just give it a very, very good clean a few times over to make sure that those like textured parts have got the grout cleaned out of them. But we're going to get to it and try and smash this out. Brad thinks we're going to run out of grout.
I do think we're going to run out of grout because I sort of calculated it over a standard tiled floor rather than a mosaic style tiled floor. So I think we'll burn through what grout we've bought, so maybe another trip or two to Bunnings, but anyway.
That's alright. It happened, but let's get to it. So we realised we were going to run out of grout very quickly, so we've decided that Brad's going to head to Bunnings to get more grout, and I am just going to keep doing the grout so that when he comes back we'll be ready to continue. And we've made our grout a little bit thicker. It was a bit runny before, so hopefully I can smash this out, and then when he gets back we can finish it off. We decided to go with the Dulux Havana grout because it's a warm brown and it will be easy to maintain, and it also goes with the warmth of the brick tone. It kind of just sort of disappears into the brick tones. But yeah, I recommend if you're tiling and you're looking for grout colours, make sure you go to a tile shop because they have like a really broad range of grout and usually got people that will be able to help you choose the right grout colour for you. We've run out of grout about a quarter in, and there were 3 boxes left on the shelf which Brad has bought. So I actually think that'll just get us across the line, and I have my first blister of troweling. My skin has ripped, so I'm gonna go get some band-aids.
I'm not, my crypto said to me. I'll put a little bit more go. Done!
It's just a lot of cleaning. I would have 2 of these sponges. So we're doing the third, is this the third wash?
Yeah, the first wash was like right after we grouted it, just to get rid of the smooth top out. Yeah, probably third, yeah.
The third wash, and then we're going to let it dry down for a few hours and maybe do the final wash this afternoon or maybe tomorrow morning. Yeah. But it's starting to look much better.
Yeah, it takes a lot of energy to get all of this dust off because you basically just keep wetting and then smoothing the grout out again. And it's got quite a strong colour, so, you know, and with this porous and uneven natural style tile, it's getting stuck in all the grooves pretty easily. So it's taking us a few goes, but we're definitely getting there.
We are getting there. It's starting to look quite good, but I think we'll just need to wait till the final clean.
After a few good washes, and yes, it did take a couple, this floor has finally come up and it looks absolutely incredible.
We are thrilled with the basket weave pattern. It really brings this room to life. Flooring is not something you ever want to ignore. It makes an absolute difference to the room, and we are thrilled with the results.
Yeah, Sam's absolutely knocked this one out of the park with the selection on the tiles. It is perfect for our mudroom, and we can't wait to get using it.
Thank you for joining us. And in the next episode, we're going to finish this room. So we'll see you in the next one.